Well, hello there, and good evening, YouTube. I'm William Brantley, reporting live from Bemis, Tennessee. Today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. Turned out to be a cloudy, cool day today. No precipitation here in West Tennessee. That has moved on. Might be a little tiny drizzle shower out there, but most of that's over in the middle and East Tennessee now. It was a cold, slightly windy day today, with temperatures staying in the 30s during daylight hours, but it did hit in the 40s shortly after midnight. All right. As of 5 p.m. here in the Bemis area, and even as of 7:38 p.m., the skies are still cloudy. The temperature at 5 p.m. was 37 degrees. It's down to 36 degrees at the moment at 7:38 p.m. The dew point was 35 degrees at 5 p.m. The humidity was at 93%. We had northwest winds at 12 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure was 30.30 inches of mercury. As I mentioned, the low temperature today was 37 degrees originally. Let me make sure it hadn't dropped below 36. No, it's still 36. Let me double check here. Yeah. And like I said, 48 degrees was today's high, and again 36 is the current temperature. That is the low for the day, and the high today, like I mentioned, was 48 degrees, and that occurred at 12:01 a.m. It was mainly 37, 38 degrees just about all day during the daylight hours, and of course no rainfall or anything else has fell since midnight here in the Bemis area. Today's highest wind gust was 21 miles per hour out of the southwest, and that occurred at 12:25 p.m. Today's records for January the 13th, the hottest high would be 76 degrees in 1960. The coldest high would be 19 degrees in 1997. The warmest low would be 61 degrees in 1995, and the coldest low would be 5 degrees in 2011. We had a lot of rainfall today. Back in 2013, the rainfall record would be 3.41 inches of rainfall, about 3.5 inches, 3.41, in the year 2013. Not that long ago, really. That was a wet day back then. Snowfall record, we had 2 inches of snow today on January the 13th in 1968. Alright, that's the basic climate summary for the evening. I'll go ahead and show you a few graphs, and that'll be it for tonight. Radar basically doesn't have anything on it, at least not here in West Tennessee, but I'll go ahead and show it to you anyways, just to verify it. As you can see right there, there's nothing real close by here in Jackson. There is some sprinkles over in East Tennessee still, up east of Nashville, a little north of Nashville, but nothing close to here. Let me branch out a couple of times and let you see where there is some precipitation going on. There's still a little bit of snow going on up in the southeast corner of Illinois and even eastern Missouri along the Mississippi River, and just nearby St. Louis, but I think the snow has ended over there as well, up there rather. They had quite a bit of snow up in the St. Louis area and in the central portions of Missouri yesterday. I believe up to nearly 20 inches in a few locations. They had quite a bit up there in that part of Missouri. Most of the light rain and sprinkles and so on is limited to eastern Tennessee now, and on up into West Virginia and Virginia and those areas. Let me branch out one more time to get a better view of that. Really, it's not a whole lot going on in the country beyond that. Tennessee's still in this view. You can see the scattered the snow is over here in Virginia, Maryland mainly, and southern Pennsylvania now, and rain along the coast as it moves off the coast. That's the main area where it's snowing. It looks like it's pretty heavy up in that area around Washington, D.C., though. And, of course, rain and mix along the coast. And that's it as far as the east goes. And there's one other area. Let me see if I can bring it over real quick and show you an area of rain and snow mixed over in New Mexico and the panhandle of Texas. Other than that, the country is pretty much precipitation free beyond that. Alright, let's move on to the satellite picture. I'm showing you this one because it's showing the low-hanging clouds over our area better than the other one does. Normally you would think the sky is clearing when you see the brighter white there clearing so quickly and all, but it's not. There's low-hanging clouds behind it, and it covers a wide area. Speaking of that, let me bring it down to where I get the whole nation. Right quick like. Put that on loop and let you see the whole nation at one glance here. And that'd be good enough right there. As you can see, there's low-hanging clouds stretch all the way down the Gulf of Mexico, almost all the way to Florida. Maybe a little corner of the Panhandle of Florida there, all the way back to Texas, where there's another area of clouds moving through the northern Texas and Oklahoma and toward us. So we'll have those clouds and the low-hanging clouds to deal with tomorrow. But all of it should clear out our area by tomorrow night around 10 p.m. or before midnight, hopefully. And then it'll lead on into a clear day on Tuesday. Kind of give you a little hint toward the forecast there. Let me back it a little bit so you get an idea of what the whole country looks like real quick. Florida is, for the most part, nice and clear. Let me move it over some so you can see the western sections of the country a little bit better. There you see it's fairly clear out in the Pacific Northwest, or at least in spots. Looks like the front's moving into California out there. Probably going to give them rain in the valleys and snow in the mountains out there in that direction. Alright, go back home to Tennessee, kind of. You see the clouds splitting there, but we've got a lot more clouds to deal with before they finally clear out. Let's look at the national forecast map. I think I got them in two spots here. Yeah, I sure do. Alright, I tell you what, I'll go and show you this one. It really doesn't matter which one. I'll cut off one of them, just make it easier. That is today's forecast map, make sure, yeah. Today's forecast map as of 2:20 p.m. It shows where the low pressure was at that time, and the markings of the precipitation and where it's at that time, and where the low is. And let me go around the whole country. I'm not going to concentrate over here. It's heavy since it has lightened up. There's that snow area out west that we were just looking at, and rain in California and spots, and snow in the mountains on over into Nevada. You can see where that's at. Otherwise, the big snow area has let up a little bit. It's mainly again over Maryland and Virginia and moving on out and to the ocean. But it's had pretty good amounts of snows up in that area, especially up in Missouri. They got hit pretty hard. And okay, that's again tonight's map features as of 3:15 or 3:30, somewhere in that time frame earlier today. Somewhere, to be exact, 2:20. I knew I'd get it right in a second. Look at tomorrow morning's forecast map as of 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's the way the map should look like tomorrow morning. The snow moves east of us over in the mountains of East Tennessee and North Carolina on up to West Virginia, you see there. And you see the other areas. That's a fairly inactive map tomorrow morning. Of course, there's chances of snow up in the Great Lakes area, as you can see. Other than that, not a whole lot going on, except up in Canada. But I'm not worried about what's going up there at the moment. Mainly around here in Tennessee and West Tennessee in particular. Alright, that's tomorrow morning's forecast map. Let's look at Tuesday morning's forecast map as of 3 a.m. Tuesday morning. You see what it looks like there, where the mountain systems are, where the precipitation's expected in parts of the U.S. and what it looks like up north and all around pretty much. Alright, that's the forecast map. Now let me take a look at the local forecast locally here in Jackson, Tennessee. I'm going to read it to you tonight because it kind of messed up on me last night toward the end, like halfway through. I wiggled the mouse too much and my voice went very draggy and kind of started skipping some there toward the end. So I'm going to read it to you tonight. Maybe that will happen this time. Tonight, Sunday, January 13th, going to be mostly cloudy for the rest of the night on into tomorrow, Monday. Hopefully it will clear out around 10 p.m. tomorrow night or before midnight, and then becoming fair. And that's going to lead on into Tuesday being fair skies. We shall have the moon will be setting tonight at 11:43 p.m. We'll have a low tomorrow morning near 31 degrees. I have tomorrow about 39 degrees. And again at the moment it's 36 degrees, so it'll be down to 31. Tomorrow's high only 39 degrees like I mentioned. We'll have north winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour tomorrow. The sun rises at 7:04 a.m. sets at 5:04 p.m. The moon will be rising at 11:59 a.m. just before noon and be setting at 12:07 a.m. on Tuesday morning. And the first quarter moon phase will be complete tomorrow as well. On into Tuesday, fair skies, low near 25, high of 48, with west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Wednesday, fair skies till noon, then becoming mostly cloudy, with a low near 32, high of 56, with southwest winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Tuesday, back to mostly cloudy skies with a 70% chance of more rain, decreasing to 40% by Thursday night. Low of 41, high of 56. Hey, almost 60 on Thursday. Low of high of 56. Southwest winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. By Friday, back to fair briefly until noon, then mostly cloudy with a 70% chance of rain by Friday night. Low of 44, high of 57 with south winds at 10 to 20. Next Saturday, mostly cloudy with a 60% chance of rain, low of 50, high of 53, with north winds at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And by next Sunday, fair skies all day, low of 24 degrees and a high of only 29 degrees next Sunday. Boy, it's going to be chilly next Sunday. You thought today's 37, 38 degrees during the daylight hours was chilly. Next Sunday, it's only going to hit 29 degrees for a high, with north winds at 15 to 25 miles per hour. So it'll be kind of cold and windy next Sunday, even colder than today. My goodness, that's the next Sunday. It might change a little bit between now and then because that's several days out. And then, of course, Monday, January 21st, Martin Luther King's birthday celebration, I believe it is. Be fair skies that day with a low near 19 degrees and a high of 36 with south winds at 10 to 20. And then finally, Tuesday week, January the 22nd, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain, low of 26 and a high of 42 with west winds at 10 to 20. I know that's a long ways out, but with low of 26 degrees, depending upon what time the rain begins, we might get a little bit of a mixture of winter precipitation here in West Tennessee. But that's a long ways out to make such a commitment just yet. But right now, 26 and 42 for the low and high on that day. Again, cloudy skies tonight until about 10 p.m. tomorrow night. Hopefully fair by then. Low of 31 and a high of 39 tomorrow. And sunrise at 7:04, sets at 5:04 p.m. All right, just pretty much concludes it for tonight. I hope you enjoy the rest of Sunday night and have a great Monday coming up, despite how cool it may be. But it should warm up a touch tomorrow. 39 degrees, a little bit warmer. Well, it's about the same as it is right now, actually. That's only 3 degrees warmer than it is now. So it'll be another cool, kind of damp, slightly windy day tomorrow with 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts expected at times. Oh, and I forget to mention one thing. Wind chill factor was 29 degrees at 5 p.m. Probably still is. Then that would be the coldest wind chill for today. We may be dealing with wind chills near that again tomorrow with 20-mile-an-hour gusts expected from time to time. Well, that's for tomorrow. All right, good night. God bless you. Thank you for watching and viewing and subscribing and being patient with me, running through all those details. Thank you for being with me on that. All right, well, good night. God bless you, and hope to talk to you again tomorrow night.